My bed is made. My fishing shirt's waiting for when I've got all my work done. That's my treat. Happy 2022. All my brothers out there, and the occasional sister too. I had made great plans to get up in the morning and watch the sunrise, and we need to change that lighter, but that's better, isn't it? And what happened? Well, I had one whiskey last night. I don't drink much these days. Over here is all the healthy stuff, all the multivitamins and the CoQ10 and the fish oil and all the stuff I take, and over here's all the poison. It is the coffee to start the day. I haven't had one yet. I'm waiting for Awi to come over. We're going to start the new year off with a coffee. But anyway, I wanted to touch on something that we say it, but we don't really practice it. And it's funny because it sort of flies off the tongue. You say, hey, mate, prosperity and good health for the new year. But we don't say, hey, mate, these are the things that I reckon would help you. We don't say, hey, look, if you want to have more money, bro, this year, I've noticed last year your spending was a bit much. I mean, you didn't really need to buy that brand new Toyota Land Cruiser. Fuck, I'd love one. You're overspending, bro. We don't pull our brothers up on that. We don't say, hey, look, you're buying things you don't really need. Next year, just spend within your means, bro. We'd never say that to a brother. But we probably should if we really care about them, because I got a mate that overspends. He's always got to have this and always got to have that. And he's constantly grizzling to me about how he has to work so hard. And I say, that's because you're having to pay off your bloody debt. And most of what you're paying is off interest. You're not even paying off the capital. He got a Ford of all things from the car dealer and went on a finance program, and I think it works out he's paying 22% interest. Bloody madness. Anyway, so we don't say that. We don't always say, hey, look, you would do a lot better, bro, if you, you're heading toward diabetes type 2, mate. Look at the size of it. You're overweight. You need to knock sugar out. You need to get yourself on a decent diet. We would never say that to a mate, but in fact, really, it's probably the most loving thing you could do is help a brother sort his health out. It's funny because most of us don't until we have a crisis, and I'm one of those guys. We're so busy caught up in life and trying to work and trying to make everything that we don't stop to actually think and be mindful about what we're putting into our bodies and how often we are. Today I have one meal a day, and I don't say everybody should do this. If you've had cancer, I'd say do it, but to create a state of autophagy, which means your body's chewing up all those nasties in your body. Although I'd feel a fuckload better for being one meal a day. And I only, I'll show you what I have. I have a drawer full of nuts. This is the only thing that I really buy, and they are expensive. They are expensive. I'll come down here and I'll show you what's in the drawer. There we go. I do have some pistachio nuts, although they are not actually on a keto diet, but they're for my kids when they come. I have a little bit of black chocolate, which is, I just had to break a little bit off. It's virtually no sugar. I have some coconut. I have one of these. There's a Brazil nuts. I don't particularly enjoy them, but I eat one a day just for selenium. I have pine nuts. I have walnuts, very good for the brain. Pecan, there's my, that's actually a good prebiotic for your body. And some roasted almonds. And sometimes I've got I'd have a little bit of, that's oats. Yes. So that I have with my berries, and right now locally what we've got growing is these. And I bought this yesterday. It was actually in a wee store on Aranui Road in Mapua on the road. It was $12, and I actually put $15 in there. A, because I didn't have any change, and B, because I thought it was $15 worth. I thought it was really good. And then I gave half to Awi. I dropped half off to her yesterday to give her something. So that there's my berries, and I don't eat a lot of berries. It's the only sugar I have in my fridge. Is you'll find mostly stuff that's either fat or there's my probiotic. You can make it yourself, but I just haven't had time. Time is not on my side lately. I've been working really hard. My dad gave me his houseboat when he got really wobbly, and he gave it to me at a time when I really was going through a hard patch myself physically with my health, and so I fell behind with the maintenance of it, and wooden boats have got to be maintained. So I've been working on that, trying to clean it up. And I've got this old launch that I inherited pretty much of a guy that never paid for his mooring fee, because I own the mooring at Mapua. I did give the last boat away. And so I ended up helping him out. I sort of said, I'll take it off you, but really old wooden boats are a pain in the ass. And right now she's got a crack and a bit of wood, I think, came down and smashed into it, and it's so I fixed that leak temporarily. Now there's something that gives you anxiety. A boat that's leaking, if it sinks, you know that a big old wooden boat like that, if she goes down, well, the environmental disaster would be terrible, not to mention how much it would cost you. So I say that I don't suffer anxiety, but the other day when she was taken on water, I had anxiety. Anyway, I stuffed an XLO cloth, not an XLO cloth, one of those really fine sponge ones, but I do actually have the right caulking to go in the, but it's stopped it leaking, so she's good. And I'm working on that right now, trying to get it started. It's got an earth problem. But all these things that come along, and I mean, let's look at last year. Last year we had a lot of wins. I got my first tahr last year. I got at least 4 young guys onto their first pig, which is probably a highlight for me, seeing those guys do it. What other ones do we have? Well, I got a bedroom that's warm, which we started the video off. This room here that we made, I paid him to build it, and this is it. This is my room, and there's Ray Hardcastle's paintings there, and I've got my bed, and I've got carpet on the floor there, and lino over here, because this is where I work. So this was a win for me, because it means this winter I go into having a warm environment that's rodent free. No rats running across my feet in the night like they used to. The rest of the house has not been built yet. The rest of the house is, oh, she's rough, mate. I think if you see some of my videos, you'll know. I mean, it's like going. Look at the roof up there. Look at it. And I mean, at least there is a roof there. There's no roof in here. Look, the ceiling's gone. She's broken right out. Look at the big hole there. And you can actually. So the whole. This is the studio, and it's just a really it's a dark, dingy place, which I don't really like going into because it's not finished. And the bay window's rotting out, and she's almost like you put a bulldozer through it. But this part of the house here, the kitchen, is fantastic. It's completely rebuilt new. We're not finished it totally. I mean, we need a surround around our fireplace. Old Harold's up there. And we've got our flash fridge, and we've got our oven that I still don't know how to use, because I'm a useless bastard. But that was instead of buying a Toyota Land Cruiser, because when the bank gave me the money, I went, oh, I could buy a Toyota Land Cruiser with that much money. Do I really need a new house? And I started telling myself stories. No, you don't need a new house, mate. Get yourself... Of course, that's living below your means. And that's what we've all got to do. We have to live below our means to get ahead. And as far as our health goes, well, right now, Omicron's in the country. I think some DJ brought it in. So, again... One of the things that I've learnt through 2 of my friends that work with people with that particular virus is that if you are pre-diabetic or going towards diabetes, you have a much higher chance. That is considered a serious comorbidity. So check your diet. I didn't. For years and years, I just was so busy living life, and I consumed pies and chocolate bars, and I used to have all sorts of terrible... like sweet things I'd eat and stuff, and I didn't realise I was pre-diabetic, and of course then I got cancer, because when you're pre-diabetic you get other things wrong with you as well. So if you are, then for us, I recommend the keto diet hands down, but there's other good diets too. The carnivore diet's a good diet. It's actually, I only eat once a day, and like I started showing you, there's the nuts and stuff I have. That's the most stuff I buy, and occasionally berries. I do grow. I actually had some of my own strawberries last night too. I grow those. Vegetables out of my garden. The fish I catch, the meat I hunt, that's it. And I only eat once every 23 hours. And I sit down and I'll allow an hour for the very, very most. But most of the time it's all gone down the hatch by with half an hour. And then I have a nice green tea to finish off with. And that's in the evening normally when I've done all my work. And some days, if I'm too busy, I'll miss it out and I'll skip a whole day and I'll go 2 days without eating. And it's fine because I'm burning my fat for fuel. I probably still eat too much. I'm a pig. Like, if I get a bit of pork that's got fat on it, I'll keep on scoffing it. I just love it too much. And I know I'm a bit of a pig there. But when you only eat once a day, you justify it yourself. Oh, I need this. But you actually don't. We all consume too much. Anyway, for 2022, I hope you guys smash it out. I want to take this opportunity to wish you a happy new year. And when I say health and prosperity, I mean that seriously. So be proactive in looking after your health. Make sure you get that exercise. For us older guys, if you're not doing work like me, like lifting bags of bloody grain and dog tucker and buckets of water for your sheep and and firewood and shit like that, and scrubbing your decks down on your boat and doing all those physical jobs all day, then you probably don't need it so much. But if you're a bit more not working so much, do a bit of resistance training and get your cardio going 2 or 3 times a week. That way, when you do go pig hunting, you'll be able to keep up with the dogs. What else did I want to tell you? Well, thanks for the support on this little channel. It's good fun. I really enjoyed the live feed yesterday. It was fun, very easy, and I felt like I was sitting here with you guys in my kitchen. It felt no different. It was just the same. So that was really, really cool. Look after your livestock, look after your pets, look after your hunting dogs, and look after yourself, and look after those you love. And check on yourself periodically. Check on yourself. Make sure that you're if you feel that you've got an underlying problem in your mind, don't let it drag on. Seek professional help. Just like a tooth that's keeping you awake at night, go and see the dentist, get the bastard pulled out. Or if you've got something that's niggling you, address it. Don't let it go on, because while it's going on and on, it's also deteriorating your physical health, and it's also not good for those around you. So deal with it. Be proactive. I would say what I said in a previous video. Make sure that you cultivate that self-discipline to do the things you know you need to do, tackle the things. And that's just hard work. But if you're going to be lazy, you'll pay the price. So hard work pays off, as you know. Also, working smarter pays off too. I'm a dumb bastard. I've done worked hard in a lot of silly ways. There's things I enjoy doing. I like using my muscles. I've got a whole bunch of logs out there. I've been shifting a couple each day, and I enjoy that. I could get a tractor in with a forklift and load them up, but I enjoy using my muscles. So do what you enjoy. And I really hope that for 2022 you do have good health, that you do find some answers to problems that you're facing, the challenges you have, and you're able to manage those problems really well. I've got a mate that comes around here just about every day, and he struggles terrible, debilitating anxiety, and I've watched him manage it so well, to the point that I'm so proud of him, because I can't imagine what it's like to be like that. But seeing how I'll say, hey, want a coffee, mate? And he goes, it's off the list for me, bro. What's that? Well, you don't drink coffee if you suffer anxiety. Right. So he's proactive all the time. And then I've got other friends that are clearly they've got diabetes, or they're heading towards it, and they're still eating the chocolate fish or the biscuits and that, and they tell themselves, oh, you got to have some treats in your life. Well, you're actually poisoning yourself. So wake up, change it. I know, because I was that fucking idiot doing the same thing not so many years ago, and it kicked me on the ass. Do lots of hunting, do lots of fishing. If you've got a wife, make love religiously. I think it's a good idea. I think it's one. I'm not saying that jokingly. I think making love is what brings people together. I think it's important. It solves any number of problems, and I think it's the key to keeping a happy relationship. And if you're someone who's had cancer or something and you can't do that anymore, then, like my mate Kim Swan said to me when I got cancer, she said, hey Clay, you still got your mouth. Nice one, Kim. Fuck, I love that woman. Anyway, that's just a reflection on 2022. And I don't want to sound like I'm preaching. I'm just telling you things that have worked for me. Find out what works for you and make it happen, brothers. Take care of yourself. Take care of those you love. And we'll catch you this year. I'm really excited about this year. Some good shit's going to happen. I can feel it. I can feel it. Go steady. Going to finish off this and go run my dogs. That is green tea, not coffee. I'm having a coffee later on. I like a couple of green teas. They're good for you. See ya.